How you doing? I'm Gerald from the International Survival Council. What I'd like to talk with you today about is expanding your arsenal. That's what I'd like to title this: expanding your arsenal. Let's say you've been boxing for 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, whatever, and you're a natural. You know, you're just a naturally good boxer. Well, I would implore you to, whatever you're best at, and if you're naturally good at something, don't quit practicing it. Always practice more and more and more. But what I want to say is, add to your arsenal. Expand your capabilities. If you tie kick and you can't kick well, especially tie kicking, I had a really good friend of mine who was terrible when he first started learning how to tie kicks and rolling the hips over and making the leg come up and come down to where the meat of the shin actually catches. At first it was hard for me not to laugh at how bad he was as a tie kicker, but instead of him giving up, he worked that more and more and more, and became a really proficient tie kicker. Now the guy can kick your head about off probably. But anyway, if you're good at submissions, and if that's what you've been doing for a while, is BJJ or submissions, I implore you to do some Thai boxing or Western style boxing. If you're good at punching and you've never thrown elbows or knees, start practicing elbows and knees. You never know during an altercation when you're going to be injured, and if you was to hit somebody and break your hand, or kick somebody and hurt your ankle or your foot or your knee or anything like that, you may be in a situation where that can't be the end of the fight. You may be fighting for your family or for life. You may be fighting to live. And so if you hurt one part of the body, be able to use what you got left. And if that means training with your tie kicks, your knees, your elbows, be well-rounded pretty much. Don't just be one-dimensional. Be all-dimensional. Be able to fight in any position against one or more, against all odds, or just one person, or also by expanding your arsenal. I also mean, learn to fight with a knife. Learn to use a weapon proficiently, whether it be a firearm, sword, or whatever. But try to be proficient in all areas. So expand your arsenal. Don't just be one-dimensional. It's nothing for someone who's well-rounded to come upon a pure boxer and to take them to the ground and completely out of their element. It's nothing for a good Thai boxer who knows and is good at protecting against the takedown and stuff. It's good to be able to protect against the takedown itself. So you can, if you are a Thai boxer, so you can use your skills, because if you're a Thai boxer, a boxer, a kickboxer, no matter what it is, and whether it's Jeet Kune Do or whatever, if someone gets you off your feet, and they're a grappler, then you're in the ocean and they're the shark, pretty much. Take the fight and the fighter out of their element. If you know them to be a good grappler, try to keep the fight standing. That's easier said than done. The way I've always looked at it, even from the beginning, is if there was a way to keep from being tackled or to keep from being taken to the ground, I believe an NFL football player would have already come up with it, getting paid millions and millions of dollars. So these people that have this grandiose idea or this grand illusion that they can't be taken down or taken to the ground, it's ignorance. The LAPD did a poll, and 95% of all street fights end up on the ground either by accident or by purpose. So that's all I have to say. Good day. God bless. Whatever you're weak at, practice. Whatever area you're sufficient in, keep practicing it, but then also throw in your weak points as well. And that way you can expand your arsenal that way. You want to continually be expanding your arsenal. I don't care what that means. You may run into 100 different fighters, and if you can learn just one thing, even if you're sitting there laughing about everything they're doing in class, if they have just one thing that works in an actual situation, then you've walked out of that class and you've learned something. If it's something you didn't already know. So I implore you to learn from everybody. Don't laugh at someone just because they don't know what you know, because they might know something that you don't, and they may be a terrible fighter, but they may be a sniper. They may be a horrible grappler, but they may be an expert with a blade or a knife. So there's always something you can learn from somebody. I've seen people that absolutely cannot fight, but know how to survive. Or know how to shoot a weapon, or there's just so many things. And so don't limit yourself. Expand your arsenal. Expand your abilities. That's all I got to say. This is Gerald from the ISC. Take care. God bless. Pray for me as I pray for you, and I pray for my enemies in Jesus' name, that they come to know the Lord, and pray for me as well. God bless you.